Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a couple of things to talk about. There really isn't much going on. There was a mock draft that came out yesterday and it had the Chargers taking a ton of offensive linemen, which to me shouldn't happen. I think in the first round, they could take Trevor Penning out of Northern Iowa, who, according to Pro Football Focus, ranked in at 97.3, which was first in Division I college football. Obviously, he's the best run-blocking offensive lineman in all of college football. He's probably the best tackle in all of football. And when you have Justin Herbert on your team, you definitely want to emphasize bringing in a tackle, not just some random dude, but a very talented young player. So if Trevor Penning is on the board at 17, you take him. You take him. Even over Jameson Williams. The one player, and I did say this, I know a lot of people kind of didn't hate me for it, but they kind of disagreed. Those are the two players, man. I talked a little about Devin Lloyd. I talked about maybe going out and getting a different type of offensive lineman. But to me, there's only two players I want at 17 if they're not there. Oh, I would say Jordan Davis, because Jordan Davis could fall to 16. I know it sounds crazy, but he could fall to 16 because he's not a three-down player. And, I mean, athletic freak, obviously, in the combine. He's going to be a monster in the league. But to me, guys, I know I've been talking about this so much. I haven't talked too much about Trevor Penning, but before I get into that, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. But I just want to say that I'm not a Charger fan. Like, I've been getting more comments than I thought of, oh, you're not a Charger fan. Like, I'm going to unsub. I'm not going to watch this. And it doesn't matter. Like, I've never been to LA. Who knows if I ever will be in LA. But, Justin Herbert is one of my favorite players in football. I love the Chargers, man. I love the fans. I love the team. And it's a goal of mine to do this because I want to cover the teams that I enjoy, man. So, yeah, without the support, man, I couldn't do this. But I just want to say, like, I don't think that matters if you're a Charger fan. Like, you can have an opinion on the Chargers if you're not a fan. So, and I do have a huge opinion on the Chargers. And let's just talk about Trevor Penning. So, I already mentioned his stats. We know that the Chargers, their offense is going to revolve mostly around throwing the football. So, to bring in an offensive lineman that is amazing against the run, a lot of people are thrown out by that, and I completely understand it. But to me, there's only two superstar players that I feel very confident in. At least there's obviously going to be superstars in the second round. There's going to be someone in the third round. Like, there's going to be good players. But to me, I just feel like tackle, with how important it is in football, you could argue that tackle is the most important position in football outside of quarterback. You could argue it's more important than quarterback because we saw, Justin Herbert in his rookie season with a horrible offensive line went absolutely nuclear. But I'm just saying, Andrew Luck, Trevor Lawrence last season, Joe Burrow got injured, tore his ACL. Justin Herbert is going to be in serious trouble if the Chargers don't address the right tackle position. Like, I'm talking about losing football. Why did they lose to the Raiders? They had a horrible right tackle. So it's not nuclear physics. It's not rocket science. The Chargers need a tackle. We know that. It's just how they're going to address it. But I'll talk a little bit about Jameson Williams because I just watched a mock draft. There was, four gentlemen. They sat down and they just did a mock draft. And it was an amazing video. If you guys want the link to that, comment down below and I'll tell you where to go. It was awesome. These guys know their football. I listen to their podcast every day. But the guy that was assigned the Chargers, Andrew Erickson, one of my favorite players on the Fantasy Pros football podcast, he had the pick. And I knew he was going to take Jameson Williams. And he took Jameson Williams. And the reason he gave was the Chargers have... Hold on, man. Shout out to Tom, dude. I can see the mechanic shop right there. Him and my dad grew up together. But yeah, I just had to get that out of the way, bro. Shout out Tom. But for real, Jameson Williams should go to the Chargers because, one, he's an amazing talent. Obviously, this is a guy that put up over 1,500 yards. He's just an absolute freak athletically. Tyreek Hill, game-changing speed. Weird example, but if you were to rate his speed 1 through 99, you would give it a 97. That is just absolutely unbelievable. He's an amazing route runner, good hands. Oh, yeah, he was at Ohio State with Chris Olave and Gary Wilson and transferred out. Who cares, man? Who cares? He's going to be a superstar in the league. He won't be ready for September. Oh, boo-hoo, the Chargers won't have their first-round pick. This is a loaded team. They're going to have him later on in the season. And this is just hypothetically speaking. I don't know definitively. Don't take my word. Like, don't, if you're talking to buddies, don't be like, Jameson Williams won't be ready for September. I have no clue. I did hear, 5-6 weeks into his ACL surgery, he was in the pool, he was working out, feeling good. I don't know when he's coming back, but Andrew did say that, he's not going to be back for September. However, the Chargers don't need him to be back for September because they do have Jalen Guyton. They've got Josh Palmer. But that's not to shy away from the fact that you're going up against Patrick Mahomes or Russell Wilson and Derek Carr. The Chargers could finish last in this division. They could finish first in the division. I know no Charger fan would ever say that they're going to finish last in the division, and they shouldn't, because it's an amazing team. But the Raiders look very good right now. As much as I hate to admit that, they look very good. The Denver Broncos got Russell Wilson, a Hall of Fame quarterback who, by the way, and before the injury, the first 5-6 games, whatever, before he got hurt, Russ was easily a top 5 quarterback. I mean, Russ was playing amazing, bro. It was just typical Russell Wilson play. And then the Kansas City Chiefs with Andy Reid, Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they're not going anywhere. Like, they're not going anywhere. It's the Kansas City Chiefs, man. They have the most wins since 2017. Someone can correct me on that, including playoffs, obviously. I mean, they're just an amazing football team. So for the Chargers at 17, you've got to take someone who can be a superstar. Like, I don't think you can just take Devin Lloyd because you need a linebacker, who, by the way, is the best linebacker in this class. But Devin Lloyd doesn't scream superstar to me. He just screams like good player. And the Chargers competing in this division, a very difficult division, by the way, the most difficult division in football right now. You guys can let me know if there was a better division. I can't think of a better division at the top of my head. I'm sure there's been one, but I'm not worried about the Chargers. But I will be worried about them if they don't take Jameson Williams or Trevor Penning. I mean, Trevor Penning was the #1 offensive lineman, right tackle. Not offensive lineman, but he was the best, right tackle. He's not better than Evan Neal, but he was the best at that position, man, in Division I college football. So, personally, you pair him with Rashawn Slater, that would be amazing. It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, look, the Chargers took Slater in last draft, and look what he turned into. I mean, Trevor Penning could do the same thing. I mean, imagine having 2 Rashawn Slaters. I mean, you don't see that very often in the NFL. So, in terms of Williams, if it wasn't for the injury, we'd be talking about a top 5 pick. I mean, who would you guys take over Jameson Williams if he didn't tear his ACL? I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, Ahmad Gardner, maybe, probably. Evan Neal, obviously. I would probably take. Who am I missing? Who's the other edge that I'm missing? I don't know. Trayvon Walker. Sorry about that. Did he come out of Georgia? I don't know everything about college football. Hear me out on that. But there's a couple of guys. But yeah, I mean, the Chargers, they have a lot of options at 17. To be honest with you, but yeah, you guys gotta let me know your thoughts on that, man. I feel like this was a good video, bro. I feel like I kind of broke down the 2 players that I want. And yeah, overall, like I said, man, I'm not a Charger fan, but this channel, it's going to be big. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be 50K. Like, obviously the director, like, I'm not trying to be the director. Like, no one's ever going to be the director. I mean, he's the GOAT. Make sure you go check out Locked On Charger podcast. I listen to them all every day as well. But, I'm just trying to get my name out there, man. Like, I'm trying to cover teams that I like. I like the Chargers. Every time I'm playing Madden, I go for the Chargers. And I know now they look amazing, and it's looks like a bandwagon. But you guys know I ordered that hat before we even had the offseason, and I feel good in this team. I mean, the Chargers, they remind me a lot of, actually not really, but Justin Herbert reminds me a lot of Andrew Luck. I mean, this was a team that, Philip Rivers wasn't the guy. He wasn't clutch. He didn't win them a Super Bowl. Amazing dude. Good player, will be in the Hall of Fame. Obviously went to my Indianapolis Colts after leaving the Chargers and played pretty well. But he's not Justin Herbert. And for Justin Herbert, he came to the Chargers, obviously was a top pick. I mean, obviously, there was Tua Tagovailoa was picked over him, which is frightening to me. But, I mean, that was a pretty good... I think Tua was going to be fine. But, I just look at Justin Herbert, and that's why I'm here. Like, that's why I'm here, because I have so much faith in Justin Herbert to where I'm going to take the limited amount of time of my day that I have and cover the Chargers. It's not that it's that much work, because, it's not like I'm digging deep into stuff. I mean, eventually over the summer, we will be doing that. It will be a lot better quality. But right now, it's just learning. Like, it's learning, bro. It's, when you get a new job, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to grow and learn from it. And to me, that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm fine with saying something that Charger fans don't agree with, and they go down below. Like, personally, Keenan Allen, I don't think he's going to be on this team next season. I really don't. I didn't dislike bringing back Mike Williams in a 3-year deal for him. $20 million is fine, but I don't think that the Chargers have the receiver depth, honestly, to win a championship, a Super Bowl, I guess. I think they can win a lot of games. I know their offense was good last season. It was like a top 5 offense, but it was predictable. Like, third and down, you're going to Keenan Allen. Obviously, Austin Eckler scored 20 touchdowns. Why? Because he was on the field, because they have no one else. So, go out there and get Jameson Williams. Go out there and bring in, obviously you're not bringing in a guy like, Isaiah Spiller, or, Breece Hall, or, Walker. Like, these guys, they're not going to be on the Chargers, but, maybe go out and get a Sony Michel, Jameson Williams, third round, look for an offensive lineman. Because there's going to be good linemen in the third round. That will be, they're going to be a lot better than what they have now, So, yeah, that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, man. Have a good Friday. Have a good day. And, let me know your thoughts on these types of videos. To be real with you, I'm probably just going to upload this without any... Actually, I might... Nah, I'm definitely going to put clips. But, yeah, the Charger practice clips, to me, get really repetitive. But, also, I don't want to just record videos like this because it's, like, kind of bad quality. But, yeah, man, Trevor Penning, Jameson Williams, either one of those guys, if they are Chargers on draft night, I will be very happy. I will be very happy. Yeah, Tom Telesco, do your thing, my guy. I have full faith in you. Tom Telesco, you could take neither of those players, and I'll be happy because I know, like, you obviously know way more about football and the Chargers than I do. So, like, how can I complain? Like, this is a guy that's nailed top picks. Like, obviously, he took Justin Herbert, which wasn't a hard decision because it's Justin Herbert, but, like, Tua was picked over him. So, like, there was, I'm sure there was a lot of teams that would have taken Tua over Herbert and things like that, or maybe, I don't know. I don't really know, but, personally, like, Telesco does struggle with, like, the mid to later picks, so if the Chargers could trade back, but, like, they're not getting a second-round pick, though. I think you could get a third. I think you could go to, like, 17 to 22 and get a third, but, like, you're not getting a second, and I learned that from Lockdown Charger Podcast. I'm glad I listened to it, because I personally thought you could easily get a second-round pick to move, 5-6 spots. You got a third, but I do feel like, yeah, that's not going to get it done. I mean, honestly, there's a huge gap between 22 and 17 in this draft. I mean, you're looking at Jameson Williams, Trevor Penning, and not having them. Like, those are superstar type of players. But, yeah, I'm going to peel out of here, man, go get some lunch. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. I can't wait to see what this channel unfolds. Wow, man. Unbelievable. This all started with one simple video, why Justin Herbert will break the NFL, and now it's turned into a legit job. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be doing this full time. I've got other channels and stuff, and I'm graduating in the, the winter, but... yeah, I mean, this is amazing. Like, I'm not getting paid from this, but as of right now, I mean, 1,000 subs I will, but it's like, it's not even a job. It's just fun. Like, covering the Chargers, man, this is a team that's going to go on a Super Bowl run and shock everyone. So